oh yeah. It's been so long, it's all I left you. But I was in jail with my nephew. I needed that bail, so I kept you.
Welcome back to the worst channel on all of YouTube. I'm DipperGames420 and today we're going to be taking a look at the Figuarts Super Saiyan Warrior Awakening Goku, or S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Warrior Awakening version. This one was a bit of a long time coming, seeing as how I've had this thing for about 7 years now, I think, and the review that I shot 6 years ago of him is utter dog shit. So I'm here to try and make a slightly better version of that review, hopefully. But nonetheless, let's just get the basic information out of the way real quick. Came out in November 2015 in Japan at a retail price of roughly $40 and was reissued in June 2016 at the same price. That was the last time they ever reissued this figure, so that was a good move on Tamashi's end. So as you can expect, that was another Tamashi W, if I must say so myself. But 7 years later, does this figure still hold up? You're about to find out, you lazy piece of shit. So if you haven't already noticed, the box on mine is pretty fucked. Mixture of shipping fuck up and bad storage will do that for you. But nonetheless, here's the box. It's basically what you've come to expect out of S.H.Figuarts these days, but it was new back when this figure first released. You can see all the different pictures of him. Bandai Tamashii Nations, Dragon Ball Z, Toei, Snake's Den. Fortunately, no Tamashii Nations quality sticker this time, so at least they're being honest with you. S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Warrior Awakening version running down the front. At the top, picture of him. The side, you got pictures of his fist, his face, and an aura effect that he most certainly comes with, as well as his name reiterated once more. Back, you have a bunch of different pictures of him. If you want to give any of them a look, go ahead and pause. Also, fun fact, this is a typo that only made it onto this specific version of Warrior Awakening Goku, to my knowledge. They spelled his name as Super Saiyan Son Goku, as opposed to Super Saiyan or Saiyan Goku. Got a bunch of Japanese on the bottom. Clearly they've been hinting at Android 15 for far longer than I've been making this tired joke. On the side, clear window, basically just reiterates his name again. At the bottom, you actually don't get any pictures this time around. You just get a bunch of other legal shit that basically nobody gives a rat's ass about. But either way, that about does it for the box. Let's get Goku out of his fucked up box. So here Goku is out of the box, standing straight up and down. Don't really know why I specified that, but whatever. Here he is out of the box, and here he is next to two of the best figures from last year. One is the embodiment of Tamashii Nation's quality, the other is Victor Chow's, and they got more than and they got the likes of him. And lastly, the original manga Super Saiyan Goku, Mr. Holy Grail, and the end result of what happened between your mom and I last night. A mistake. Moving into Goku's paint and sculpt, it's entirely new. That is a big surprise because Tamashii Nations never fucking does this. But most of his sculpt, if not all of it, is entirely brand new. His hair is effectively a retool of the old manga Super Saiyan Goku. It's nice and rounded, nice and fluffy like how it was drawn during his fight with Frieza. His hair is nicely shaded. It's a little light for my liking, but it definitely does its job and it looks pretty nice. Face is very nice. I like it a lot. His face is very accurate to the animation. The only real issue that I noticed are the eyebrows. They are way too dark compared to the rest of his hair. Other than that, it's fine. The skin is pretty nice. Looks a little off on camera. and it appears a bit glossy because of just how old this thing is, but it still looks pretty damn nice. There's some nice shading throughout his musculature to sort of emphasize the little crevices in between where there would naturally be shadows. The clothing is nicely detailed, it's nice and torn, and it does sort of follow his anatomy quite well, so that's nice. It's also more consistent around where the chest meets his abs. Pants are detailed very nice with some rips, tears, and scratches all throughout, with his legs showing through underneath, and there is a bit of shading towards the very bottom. It's not the best way to do it, but it definitely gets the job done, and it looks nice. So no real complaints there. Boots are also nicely done. Very nice and deep blues, so that way they can sort of contrast with the rest of the figure. For the most part, they're painted pretty well. You can sort of see where the red starts to fade into the blue towards the bottom of his boot. Ultimately, that's pretty small in the grand scheme of things. So overall, he looks nice. That's what I'm getting at. As far as the accessories go on Warrior Awakening Goku, you get a decent enough array of accessories. You get 3 faces: the stern that's on him, gritted teeth, and yelling. The gritted teeth face looks nice, and the yelling face is appropriately angry. Then you also get 4 additional pairs of hands outside of the fists. You get martial arts stance, alternate martial arts or fighting stance sort of hands. You could also use him for his meteor smash pose. You also have the Kamehameha charge and fire hands, as well as a pair of blasting hands. So surprisingly dense for a $45 release, something that Tamashii would not do these days, because they're a bunch of greedy fucks, that's why. Let's move on to the articulation. Articulation-wise, you get a ball hinge at the head that allows him to look up and down, no problem. Full 360. Get a bit of tilt out of the neck, but not much. Get full 360 out of the shoulder. It's a little tight. Can cross his chest about that far, so you can almost get those Kamehameha poses. Full 360 out of the bicep, double joint at the elbow, wrist pivot, and swivel. You get a slight side-to-side lean out of the upper torso. Squeaky as all hell, as you just heard, but he does lean forward pretty nicely and can lean back about as well. Pretty good splits out of the legs, and front to back he can kick very, very well. You also get a very faint thigh swivel that's been hidden up by the sculpt quite well as a double joint at the knee. This side has a slightly better thigh swivel just because of the sculpt, and a little bit better of a knee joint as well. And you also get barbell joints at the ankles, which aren't the best, but get acceptable movement out of them, and they don't necessarily look as ugly as the Vegetas. So you get a toe hinge that basically just does what it looks like it does and just moves up and out of the way. So that does it for Warrior Awakening Goku. Let's move into my final thoughts on him. Moving on to my final thoughts on the Warrior Awakening Goku. What do I think of him 6-7 years later? He's still good. He's still by far the best 2.0 Goku that has come out. I don't give a shit what you have to say about that one, because if we're strictly counting Goku, yeah, he's the best out of all of them. You get an alright array of accessories, nothing too special, and the range of movement, while it's not perfect, was very clearly tailored specifically for this version of Goku. So at the end of the day, yeah, this is by far, again, the best version of Goku Tamashii has put out with the 2.0 body system. Argue with me all day on that one, but I don't care. So is he worth it in the end? Yeah, he's worth it. Granted, he is a regular release, and there is a chance Tamashii could reissue him, but 6 years removed from being reissued. I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt that he will ever be reissued. But that about does it for this one. This has been Debreams420, and I'll see you guys next time.